Hello, survivors. We're so excited to have you join us in the quarantine zone. Don't miss out on any of the action in The Last of Us. Make sure to hit the subscribe button so you're always in the loop. While Episode 3 deviated a bit from the game, Episode 4 brings the spotlight once again to Joel and Ellie. The show serves as a reminder that the world is hazardous after the poignant love story from last week. We are introduced to new characters and a new threat. While those that played the first game will recognize some familiar faces at the end of the episode. We have lots of Easter eggs to discuss in this week's episode. Please hold my hand. As well as some entertaining new information not included in the game. Let's look at the coolest Easter eggs in The Last of Us Episode 4 and get to the fun stuff. 1. No pun intended joke book. In the beginning, we see Joel adding fuel to the pickup truck so that they can continue their journey. To pass the time, Ellie takes a joke book out of her backpack. Fans of the game quickly recognized the book to be No Pun Intended, Volume 2, which is a collectible artifact in the first game found during the Lakeside Resort chapter. It also appears in Ellie's home in The Last of Us Part 2. This scene, while playing out different, serves the same purpose. Joel's cold heart is slowly being softened by Ellie's humor. 2. Ellie discovers Bill's adult magazines. The entire scene is taken directly from the game. While Joel is driving, Ellie starts looking through Bill's personal belongings in the back of the pickup truck. She finds an adult magazine and jokingly asks, "Why are the pages stuck together?" Joel gets anxious as he tries to explain. Ellie then disposes of the magazine out the window, just like in the game. 3. Alone and Forsaken by Hank Williams. During Chapter 5 of the game, Pittsburgh, we see Joel and Ellie continue their journey across the country. Ellie finds a cassette tape of Hank Williams. The two leave while listening to Alone and Forsaken, much like in the video game. The mission in the game that follows it, where Ellie and Joel soon engage in hunting, has the same name as the song. 4. The Pile of Burnt Bodies. While Joel and Ellie are walking, a pile of burnt, unrecognizable bodies is shown. This group of people were killed by uninfected, most likely the rebels who pose a threat in this week's episode because clickers are weak against fire. Just like the game, this is a visual warning that they are about to enter a dangerous area. 5. Ellie wakes up to the smell of the coffee that Joel is making. When you reach the hotel section of the first game, you can see a coffee and espresso machine. When you walk close to it, the player gets a dialogue prompt, where Joel says, "I really miss coffee." Some gamers might have missed that prompt while playing the first game, so that's what makes this one a pretty obscure Easter egg. Joel must have really loved his coffee before the pandemic. Can you imagine being 20 years without coffee? I'm not sure what I would do. 6. Jeffrey Pierce's cameo. During this episode, we are introduced to Kathleen Coughlin, played by Melanie Lynskey. She is the brutal leader of a revolutionary movement located in Kansas City, Missouri. One of Kathleen's enforcer and right hand is Perry, who is played by none other than Jeffrey Pierce. Jeffrey voiced the role of Joel's brother Tommy in both The Last of Us games. We already saw Merle Dandridge reprise her role as Marlene in the first episode, and if you saw one of the trailers for the series, then you know that lead voice actions Troy Baker, Joel, and Ashley Johnson, Ellie, are confirmed to show up in the series later on. 7. Henry and his brother Sam are introduced to us at the end of the episode. Henry and Sam, for those who haven't played the first game, are from the Hartford quarantine zone. While on the run from hunters who want to kill them and steal their supplies, they encounter Ellie and Joel. Together, the four make an effort to escape the city unscathed. In the TV show, they have a personal connection to Kathleen. We'll have to wait for the next episode to find out what that personal connection is. Thanks for staying with me. These were the 8 Easter eggs in Episode 4. We have enjoyed the series and also all the references we can find from the game, making us relive some scenes played. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like this video, and share it with other fans. Let me know which Easter egg was your favorite. Did you catch them all during your first viewing? Let me know in the comments. This was your friend Josh White, and remember, you're always welcome into the quarantine zone.